Teen privilege, it's time we talk about fat privilege. Hi, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Lola, and today I'm talking about Tess Holliday at New York Fashion Week. Or kind of. If you want more content from this channel, then consider subbing and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss anything. Alright, let's beast it. The New York Fashion Week just ended and Tess Holliday walked the runway. If you don't know who Tess Holliday is, in a few words, she is a morbidly obese woman cast as a plus-size model. And in my opinion, she's just a prop. Do I believe she'd be famous were she not morbidly obese? No. Do I believe she'd be famous were she to lose some weight and become healthier? No. Don't get me wrong, she has a pretty face. But is that all it takes to be a fashion or runaway model? Let's analyze Tess Holliday's performance at the New York Fashion Week. On the runway, shape-wise, she has no proportion that we usually see with runway models. At least in her case, and in my opinion, those proportions just don't stick out. She has no curves whatsoever, but instead she's full of rolls. She was also missing the catwalk. That catwalk that models spend days, if not weeks or even months, practicing before getting on the runway. And she was missing it. Instead, she seemed to be in pain walking down that runway. Furthermore, what are those? Models are known to wear high heel shoes or stilettos on runways. But it's not the case for Tess Holliday. And the reason for that is, again, in my opinion, the point she is at already seems very painful for her to walk, and having her walk that runway on high heels would have been endangering her life more than she already is. Then the clothing. Fashion weeks showcase clothing for next seasons. Tess Holliday did not. Instead, she featured a statement by Chromat, the label she worked for, and a statement that they have made before, and which is that they choose who wear sample size rather than sample size being for US sizes 0 to 4 as it usually is in the fashion industry. By the way, Tess is reportedly size 26. Last but not least, rather than striking a pose to put the clothing more in valor at the end of the runway, like all runway models do, Tess Holliday instead flaunted her breast. Let's summarize that performance. An awful walk down the runway, no stage presence whatsoever, and a serious lack of etiquette. Let's be honest, would a thinner model be allowed those free passes? This is fat privilege for you. The hypocrisy here is just blatant. We will not accept this on a runway or on cover of magazines for health concerns. But why are we forced to accept this? Also, many women in the fashion industry, from petite to plus size, are subject to some standards that Tess Holliday is not subjected to. Instead, she gets a free pass from most of those standards. Tess Holliday is fat privilege. Okay, I understand the idea behind being inclusive. But in this case, this is done wrong. In my opinion, when you are inclusive to a certain group of people, you don't mention the reason why you include them. Tess is morbidly obese, and she's referred to as an obese model. That's not inclusion. Alan Roberts at Every Damn Day Fitness very well put it in this video right here. By the way, I included the link for that video in the description below. Tess Holliday is a model because she's obese, which brings us back to the point that I made earlier, that she is a prop. People are literally making money off of her because of the size and unhealthy condition. You tell me this is not new, and you'd be right, because the fashion industry made money off anorexic women few years ago as well. And this is the problem. When beauty standards were all skin and bone women, we had to deal with eating disorders being on the rise and more teenagers having only their skins to cover their bones. Now the fashion industry is playing this game again, but on the other side of the spectrum, giving voices and a platform to fat acceptance and healthy at every size nonsense. Yet again, we are forced to accept that being unhealthy is beautiful. Like, really? Are we now teaching the next generation that being obese is the new normal? Because it's not. Stop the lying.
Stop killing people.
We should be celebrating healthy lifestyles instead. Make better food choices, develop a healthy relationship with food, be more physically active. Because what's the point in having children that you deliberately make the choice not to see grow because of the poor choices that you make? Do you think that holiday is the definition of fat privilege? And what are your thoughts on obesity being promoted and glorified? I am interested in knowing what you have to say on those matters, so please let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe if you're new. And as usual, if you have a topic that you'd like me to cover, also comment below. Thank you for watching and see you soon.